I'm officially live. Alright, so as soon as I see you in the feed, I'm going to add you in. Alright, bye. Period. Period. I just request Bubz.
Well, you look nice.
Love.
You look nice.
You look nice.
I got this old square box ass head fix.
Am I looking like I'm hoe ready? I am so hoe ready for 2019. I'm trying to get hoe proof.
You do look hoe ready. You look hoe ready, and you like you're ready to beat somebody else.
How you doing?
I see
my little cousin in the chat. Kayla, I don't know if you should be on for this live. You know, this might be
No. I know who this is. This is who I was in Dreamgirls with. She understands this type of humor that we got. What we gonna talk about? So
I'm talking about my little cousin.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I saw somebody else. I was like, wait. Okay.
Nothing at my mother-in-law house. Stay away from the mothers-in-laws. Them hoes evil. All right.
Screaming.
So you can let me know if and when you are ready to.
I'm ready to go right now. My bro Julius is in the building. Hello, Julius.
Hi, baby. You look beautiful. Hey, Deanna. How you doing, boo? The boo. Hey, Lucky Left McGee. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. I love you guys so much.
He was talking so much cash money shit on the phone though before he got up here.
You shut it up.
I was screaming. I was dead.
All right. So let's get to the business. Okay. So as you guys know, I am your boy Davion. Welcome to Conscious TV. This is the YouTube edition, which means that this download is going straight to my YouTube channel. This is my good compadre. I also consider him one of my best friends, as well as one of my most promising disciples.
Thank you.
This guy is almost walking on water.
Almost.
You know, his big ass booty is keeping him afloat, but we're trying to get him to stand with his feet in that motherfucker. So, Bubz Love, introduce yourself. Give a little bit of information. Tell people where they can find you. Those who follow me already are familiar with me for the most part. So.
Exactly. What's going on, everybody? My name is Brandon, but I'm also known as Bubz Love. I have a YouTube channel that I'm not very active on anymore, but I'm in the process of doing a shift, and I'm gonna get more into that as the video progresses. But you can find some of my content at OnTheOcean007. That's all one word, OnTheOcean007. You can also follow me on IG, Bubz Love. That's BUBZZZLOVE. So, and I don't think I know my Snap stuff, so I don't know. But yeah, that's about it.
All right, enough about you. So
yes, let's get back to your ass.
We are here with a much requested video. My subscribers actually wanted me to do a 2018 recap, so I thought this would be even more interesting by adding a second person to this recap. So what we're going to do is I'm going to list my 10 highlights of 2018, and Bubz Love is going to list his, and we're going to go back and forth. You understand the format, Bubz Love?
Yes.
All right. Yes. So I'm going to go first, just to set the tone. Number one, what I take away from 2018 is, and I have my little handy dandy list here. Anybody can switch up on you, including the people you have hung yourself on the cross for.
Wow.
This means mamas, daddies, grandparents, families, husbands, wives, children's, co-workers, your 401k, your medical insurance, any motherfucking body can pull out of the fucking deal. We are entering the trilogy of reality. That means all rules go out of the motherfucking window. There is nothing that can't be done. Like betrayal on all fucking levels exists. So 2018 just taught me that history doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much love is shared. It doesn't matter how much you've done for a motherfucker. It doesn't matter how much you've sacrificed for somebody. It doesn't matter how caring, compassionate, sensitive, empathetic, how understanding you've been. A motherfucker will leave you for fucking dead. Period.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And that's so funny. Well, one, I started from 10 to 1, so, you know, it's whatever. But it's so funny because my number 10 coincides with what you just said. I found out, and what I've learned in 2018 is really who my true, and I mean true friends are. Because, like I said, as we go deeper into this, I'll be giving more explanations and details about what I've been through. But this year had to be the most emotional year I've ever had. I've never cried so much. I never feared for myself so much. Wow. I'm that Andrew Caldwell spirit that fell on me for a second. I'm sorry. But it just showed me who those individuals were. Because this was the darkest I've ever experienced anything like this before in my life. It was absolutely ridiculous, and it was almost as close on taking me on up out of here. So but those
we got scared for a minute.
I don't know what the fuck was going on. I'm like this is some deep shit, but I'm glad I went through anyway. I'm sorry, I'm rambling on. But yeah, just who my true friends are. Like, of course, the individual on the phone who keeps dropping his shit all the goddamn time. My bro Julius, who is also here viewing this with us.
Okay, so wait, are we at your official number 1? Like,
yeah, that's my number 1. This is my number 1. Yeah, like that. My girl Kiki, our sister Kiki. It was just so many people that was there for me, and it's crazy. Like, even though my inner circle is small and I can really count them on just one hand, these are individuals that I know that are like going to be in my life for the long haul and the long run. And not only that, because they love me, they challenge me, they do all these things. Especially this person here, I've been wanting to fight him for the longest time. I'd be wanting to beat his ass sometimes, but I understand that, you know, when people really love you, they're going to give you that tough love, and I really needed that tough love. So that's what I've learned. My number 1, I guess so. Yep.
Okay, all right. That's cute. Hey, Kiki. Hey,
what's
Cupcake.
up, Kiki?
Deanna said it's the Trump effect. No, but yeah, it was so emotional. Yeah, this year was fucking crazy. See, my year worked out where I got all my blessings in the beginning, and then I got my ass completely fucked in toward the end of the year. So I guess that means that 2019 will start off completely awesome. And as we start to get toward that November, December era, I will be isolating myself for 2019 to make sure that nothing can touch a bitch, because the end of this year was fucking bananas.
Yeah.
So number 2, 2018. The further back your lace front is on your forehead, the more natural it will look. So for 2018, I learned that we don't need our wigs here, baby. We need them, you know, hitting the skyline. Okay? You want the symmetry. You know, you want the dimension in your face, and we can't get that with your shit here to your eyebrows. So 2018.
Yeah, that brandy eyebrow to
no more
lace front
lace
shit.
Front eyebrow wearing ass wigs. Give me fucking forehead. I'm done.
Speaking of forehead, I just realized my forehead is big as fuck in this damn camera. It looked like a bus windshield.
But big foreheads are in.
Damn.
Big foreheads are
I can Rihanna a nigga. Damn.
Big forehead in. Who else is big forehead friendly? Like, foreheads are in.
Wow. Okay. My number. Huh? You say what?
I'm reading the comments. Go ahead.
Oh no. Mine is, I realized. Mine is more spiritual, y'all. I'm sorry. I just been on a spiritual tip recently. Who God is for real. Listen, who God is for real. When I used to be in church, I thought I knew who God was. I thought I was cool with God. I thought I was, but God showed me who it is what did it all? This transition from religion to spirituality has blown my mind. And it's like, I realized that God cannot be explained to you. He can only be revealed to you. And I have had so many revelations this year that, like, you talking about wigs and shit. I don't have a wig, and my shit is completely all the way to the back. It's hanging on by a thread and it won't let go. Like, this shift stuff is crazy. And even speaking to him, like, I remember when we first started talking, you know, I knew I gave him a hard time. I still do sometimes, but back then I knew it was like, But like now that I kind of got through what I was going through in 2018, it's like I have so much reverence and respect for this man right here, and just God is awesome. God is awesome, and I'm just glad to be a part of this experience, and I'm growing, I'm evolving and changing. So yeah.
I hate when you guys give me props because God gets all the glory.
Yeah, he gets all the glory. Yeah, but look, but he's using you. Is what he is. Lace front beard and all. Go ahead.
We're just the vessels. So my number 3 is you can love them and not like them. So 2018, I realized that I don't have to like those I love. Like is a luxury and it is a preference, but love is the priority. Mm-hmm. And therefore, that means that if there's any loving relatives I need to deal with a long-handled spoon, you will be dealt with within 50 fucking feet.
Exactly.
If there's any niggas who I love, who need to be dealt with from a long-handled spoon, you shall will. Because for a long time in my life, I thought that I had to be as close and as bonded with those that I love as a relationship could be, and not necessarily. So I'm okay with not liking those that I love. I love you. I'll be there if you need me. And outside of that, just don't dial my phone outside of your need.
Yes. Yes.
Just don't even hit the 843 area code. But just put me on the lowest priority on the list. I'm coming through for the emergencies. You can go party with somebody else. You can go kiki with somebody else. You can go, spend your time in all the other miscellaneous ways with other company. So love and like, they don't have to be together. So exactly. As long as I love people, I'm not worried about having to like them.
There you go. Okay. All right. Mine is
number 3.
Yes, and there's a few people that will understand this. Not everybody, but a few people will. Weed is good, bitch. Weed is good, bitch. Weed.
Is that your number 3? Weed is good.
Yes. Let me explain something to you.
Weed.
Weed.
Like
yes.
The marijuana is
East Cabo Rabasande Rabahamba, baby. Yes. It is amazing. But here's how I looked at it. When me growing up, I thought that was a bad thing, and people say it's a gateway, which I believe it can be a gateway to other things. But I think it depends on how you use it and the discretion, behind it. Because it's like, if you're smoking it and you're in a bad state of mind and you're listening to low vibrational music and stuff, music that doesn't really, nurture you or feed you in a positive way, then I can understand it being a bad thing. But when you use it for spiritual enlightenment as a tool, not as a crest to just, I'm going to be on this until, this is over. Like, no, like to just be able to help you to be able to experience more of a transcendent type of situation. Because I realized that when I went through my depression, I came out on the other side after having that really bad trip or whatever. I just felt completely lost. I didn't know who I was. And I realized that it was God's way of kind of resetting the computer, or kind of like a factory reset on everything. And it's kind of like now I'm starting to realize who I am and whose I am in God. So therefore, I can see small manifestations happening in my life, and it just feels good. But I have to admit that right there has been a excellent, I would say, spiritual supplement. An excellent spiritual supplement in my spiritual growth. Now, some people can do it without it, and there are some people who might need the supplement with it. You know what I mean? All it does is just adds to it. You know what I mean? it helps it. It doesn't lead it. It helps
Right.
it. So, yeah. That's it. And if you can't tell,
You
I'm high
better
anyway.
give
So
weed all of its badges, bitch. All of it. Are you high
that's
right
fine.
now?
Yes. Yes.
You are.
Yes. It's legal here in Michigan.
See,
East Cabo.
This would be the productive. So let's put a pin in it right there. Like, I'm not a smoker, I'm not a drinker, but like, it's true that we simply all have our catalyst to our peace, our peace of mind, our clarity, our happiness. For some people, that's coming home, unwinding with some wine. That's getting in front of some Netflix and chilling. For some people, that's a little piece of dick. That's a little piece of pussy to come home to. For some people, that's working out, going to the gym, meditating, like taking a hot bath. So I think that the roads to a higher state of mind are very wide and broad. But I believe that the intention is what needs to be intact.
Exactly.
Like, and if your happiness and being centered and being in a clarified, healthy state of mind is your intention, then so be it. Obviously, we don't recommend any heavy fucking drug usage.
Oh, no,
like
no, no.
marijuana.
Hell no. No, 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 no,
But
no,
marijuana
no.
is a natural aid. It's from the
East
earth.
Cabo.
Cannabis is even spoken about in scripture.
Yes, it is. It's in Genesis. I forgot which chapter and verse, but it's in there.
And
Thank
the
you, Jesus.
prophets used to use incense and myrrh and all type of shit to burn in order to enter into altered states of consciousness. So there are really spiritual purposes for smoking marijuana, even mushrooms and ayahuasca, because I'm going on an ayahuasca retreat in 2019.
Yes.
And I'm super ecstatic about this. I can't really drink or smoke. Lucky. Yeah, I'm not a smoker or drinker either. It's just not my forte. Kiki said one of my peace of mind is music. Music is a
that's what I'm
great
listening to right now.
meditative tool. Audrey, hey everybody. Hey Audrey. So number 4. My lust for Mountain Dew.
Oh yes, this nigga.
Hold on, let me tell my story.
Go ahead, tell it.
Okay. So earlier this year, I made an announcement that I was going to start eating healthy, and I have made good on my word, aside from the fact that I cannot seem to give up my fatal attraction to Mountain Dew. So I'm just willing to endure diabetes at some point just so that I can indulge in Mountain Dew. I'm giving up the fight to not drink Mountain Dew for 2018. It's just my personal guilty habit. It's my guilty pleasure. And me and Mountain Dew, we're just sticking together until the very end. Even if it's the reason I come to a very fucking end. What is your number 4?
My number 4 is my late-ass discovery to a genre of music called lo-fi music, which is actually, I don't know if you guys can hear it, it's kind of gently playing in the background. I've always loved R&B and especially neo soul music, and for people who are musicians, there's a certain piano that was created called a Rhodes piano, and it has like this type of. It's very hard to describe the sound of it, the tone of it, but it's like, for me, it's kind of like a spiritual type of thing, and I've always gravitated towards music that centered around that. And like even with me writing songs and finding instrumentals, to write to. I really couldn't find a lot of those instrumentals that really just kind of touched my soul in that way until I was on YouTube and I saw in the recommended section a 24-hour lo-fi music playlist, and I clicked on it, and every song that came on I loved. It was like there wasn't any songs that played that entire night. Like there was nothing that I didn't like. I loved everything that they played. So it was like, wow, I really enjoyed that. And then also too, it's amazing to study to smoke to, of course, to just talk and have a conversation, or even to sleep to. Like I sleep to that music, and it has this whole nostalgic type of feeling to it, and I kind of find it to be spiritually therapeutic to me. And also I realized that the tone of my voice, as far as my singing voice, I feel like my voice would definitely suit that type of music. So
are you going to give us a little sample? Are you going to give us a little Keith Sweat in the throat right
No,
now. Can
no.
we get a little Jacquees going on? No? Okay.
You say
You ain't
Jacquees?
gonna bless the
Hell
children?
no.
You're not gonna bless the children today?
No. 2019,
No.
yeah, but
Okay.
no.
All right. Number 5, 2018. There's truth and clarity in every single experience you manifest, whether good or bad, because you're the one manifesting it. Pain is just a much more of a aggressive teacher. So I've learned that we have to get out of this habit of demonizing experiences that we consider to be negative, because every experience in our life is revelational and is revealing, and every experience and manifestation in our life has a edifying property to it. But we just have to pull back off of this demonizing of hurt, because hurt is one of the greatest teachers. Why is my lighting is fucking crazy? Hurt is one of the greatest teachers known to man, which is why oftentimes most of us don't even come to transformation and evolution until tragedy arrives in our life. Something about contrast, something about heartbreak, something about depression, something about having to travel through this valley of the shadow of death, this ego death, this testing of the ego itself that just cracks us open and reveals a strength, a will to live, a tenacity, a endurance, and I'm all here for unpleasant experiences, because they honestly reveal just what the fuck you're made of.
Yeah.
If God is going to instill all of these things in you, you need the proper opponents in order to put those talents, those gifts, those wisdoms, and that growth to good fucking usage. So whenever you find yourself in times of trial, this is not the point to run. This is the point to show up and do what the fuck you've been raised to do, what you've been grown up to do, what you've been in training to do. And that's to victor and to weather any and every single storm in your fucking life.
Exactly.
So no storm is that big, that bad, that it should cause us to kind of shake in our faith. If anything, it is your faith that should make the storm quiver, shiver, and run for the fucking hills. So embrace all experiences in your life. Have an open mind toward any experience in your life, whether good or bad, because you are seeing aspects of yourself in every single manifestation. That is my number 5.
Okay. My number 5. This is so funny because the synchronicity is ridiculous to me. My number 5 is renewing my mind to look at life from a spiritual lens. And I remember I had a conversation with Davion, one of our many conversations that we always have, where we were talking about how the lessons that we need to learn will come up in the areas that affect us the most, that will get our attention the most. And I know for me, it was in the realm of romance. And I've had so many different failed attempts. And with that happening over the span of like 9 years, it kind of made me look at myself like, well, is something wrong with me? Is something wrong with me? And it was like in 2018, I realized that there was one component that I lacked that I never had before, which was self-love. And I'm learning to do that for myself. But it also made me realize that I was settling for less. I was settling for individuals who would only give me a little bit. And I would take that and be like, okay, well, I'm going to continue to pour myself into you, even though you're going to give me this small percentage. And it's like now I'm realizing that those failed romances were really me either dodging a bullet or there was a lesson that I was not learning. And like even dealing with my depression, I've come to the realization that actually I'm an empath and I was an unconscious empath who didn't know what was going on. Now that I'm awakened to who I really am in God and knowing that God is in me, it's like my whole life has kind of really pretty much changed. Like my thinking, the way I view things have changed. And there are still some areas that I still need to work on. But for the most part, I'm moving forward. And it just feels so good to be able to look at life and actually learn how to be happy in life, not just existing in life, which I've been doing for so long, but to actually start living it. It's exciting and exhilarating. So.
Amen to that. I got a whole video coming up on narcissism and empaths, and that's going to like blow people's socks off. But we definitely need more information as it relates to being empathic, especially in a culture that is producing so many narcissistic, out of touch, dysfunctional people. And the more out of touch our society becomes, the more toxic of a culture we produce for ourselves, the more empaths are going to be attracting these type of individuals in mass numbers. So there definitely needs to be a whole education on what it means to be an empath in this world, and particularly in this fucking country.
Yes.
So that's the thing. Number 6, be yourself and speak your mind, because your haters are going to hate regardless. So I think it usually takes most of us to grow into a certain level of maturity to finally realize that people gonna like you because they gonna like you, and people ain't gonna fuck with you because they ain't gonna fuck with you. And it really has less to do about who you are, what you stand for, what you mean. People already have a made up mind. And because of this reality, you might as well just go ahead and be who the fuck you are. Because those who gonna ride for you, better or for worse. Flaws and fucking all. Perfect and imperfect. People are going to ride with you if they're gonna rock with you. Motherfuckers who ain't gonna like you, they ain't gonna like you no matter how perfect you are, how perfect you look, how much you have, how much of an ass kisser you have. They will still throw you under the bus. They'll still neglect you. They'll still speak against you. They'll still be jealous. There's nothing you can do to make your haters friends and to make your friends into haters. So 2018, be yourself. Stop conforming. Let those who love you, and accept those who don't.
Exactly. My number 6 is I've learned and experienced what an ego death is. Some crazy shit. It is wow. I'm not gonna get too deep into it. I might make a YouTube video about it, in depth about it. I'm just gonna kind of give a brief overview of it. But in the middle of this year, towards I want to say maybe October. So like from I want to say May to October, I was in a situation with someone and things were getting very serious. They were getting very serious. And then all of a sudden they just stopped. And the fact that you had like that same experience happen with every single person, and the outcome is always the same, it can kind of really fuck with your psyche, really. It really can, because I didn't have the spiritual knowledge that I have now. But what happened was I fell into this real deep depression. I mean, I have never been this scared before in my life. It's kind of like, you're telling the truth about something and everyone around you feels like you're lying. You get what I'm saying? It's just that feeling of being trapped. Like nobody really understands what I'm going through. And I really started smoking weed like heavy. I'm talking about, I mean, I do it like, at the end of the night when, I ain't got nothing to do and I'm just chill. But I was like waking and baking everything. I was just trying to use that as an escape then. And then I ended up getting an edible, and I ate this piece of this edible, and I ate a small piece. I thought it was, it was going to be okay. When I tell you that edible snuck up on my ass and the lines between reality and the supernatural was actually like lifted and the lines were blurred, I literally felt like I was in hell. I was. But during this whole situation, I had like little glimpses of me as a child or something like that, probably like when I was in middle school or something like that. And I think what was happening is that it was just showing me what I needed to heal from, because I realized that I had harbored a lot of unforgiveness in my heart and a lot of anger in my heart towards a few people who did me wrong, because I had an abandonment issue when people will up and leave. And I realized I had to be Mr. Super Saver. I had to save somebody. I had to save everybody. I had to do twice as much to prove my worth. And that was just the lack of me not really loving myself. And I realized that I was giving my power over to people instead of realizing the power was within myself. So anyway, I went through that. After I came out of that experience, I just felt like I was lost. I didn't know who I was. I was like, oh my God, am I going to have to go to the hospital? Like, it was like a mental break. But then I realized by doing more research, as far as Davion sending me a video about the dark night of the soul, that sparked my curiosity into figuring out what was going on with me. And I realized that I was basically becoming spiritually awakened. You know what I mean? And your life changes. And it's like, once you realize this knowledge, there is no turning back. There is none. And that experience of hell through my ego death reminds me that I don't want to go back, because that shit was scary. And I'm telling y'all, this spiritual shit is real. It is absolutely fucking real. And it's crazy for us to deny the spiritual shit, especially when we say we love God and all these miraculous stuff. All that stuff is supernatural. All that stuff is spiritual. So all that stuff is real. And it's just like, I look at life differently. But, you know, I made it through. So I'm happy for that.
Thank you for that overview of your time on Iyanla Fix My Life. That was
Bitch, I told you. Shit, I'm on my spiritual shit. Leave me alone.
Okay.
This next one's gonna fuck you up. This ain't gonna be spiritual.
Number fucking 7.
Mm-hmm.
2018, I learned that powdered deodorant works better for me. I'm a very oily ass kind of bitch, so gel products, oil-based products, you know, they don't fit my particular body chemistry. I need, you know, supersonic Illuminati ass powdered products.
This bitch, okay, talking about deodorant.
My natural. Am I the only one who's naturally sweaty? Like, you're not a naturally sweaty person?
Like, I mean, I am a naturally sweaty person, but damn, I'm like, this on the list though. You found this out in 2018?
No,
you should have known this shit.
Profound, nigga. Do you know the struggle of being an oily ass?
Yes, I know the struggle. Shit.
All people who are oily as fuck know the struggle of like trying to combat your oily.
So you can't use no cheap ass deodorant. You need to get some clinical strength.
Hold on,
something.
Now. A bitch ain't stinking, honey.
I ain't saying you're stinking.
Bitch ain't Michelle Brown. I'm Gooch over here. I just need a little powder. A little powder deodorant, and a nigga is good, okay? Now your number 7.
Clinical strength ain't gonna help her ass. Number 7. Number 7. In 2018, I learned how to give head better and how to be a backyardigans on this motherfucker. You goddamn right. You brought the goddamn deodorant without bringing the sexual shit. Listen. Bitch, listen. Let me explain something to y'all about me. I have been abstinent for a very long time by choice. Okay? It's not a problem. Let's just it's not a motherfucking problem.
You just nasty.
Oh, I know you not, mother. Don't let the hair and the makeup and all that stuff fool you.
We on your number 7. Okay?
I'm just saying now.
Right.
I'm on number 7. You like 69. 2018 it showed me to pay attention to your partner if y'all doing stuff. Pay attention to your partner. See, I want you to do it right the first time. Bitch, if you don't open your motherfucking mouth and tell this motherfucker what you want and tell that person, and then when you tell them and they hit that spot, you gonna feel proud of yourself. You gonna be like Tyrese at the end of in the middle of Baby Boy, bitch. You gonna make them tacos afterwards after I done fucked you senseless. So my thing is, listen, I learned how to do it better, and it's like, well, my partner, baby, I'm just saying.
Never mind.
I'm just saying.
Look, so we all know that Scorpios get the crown of king.
Yes, y'all Scorpio hoes. Yes.
That's just look. No, okay. So that leads me into number 8. Speaking of Scorpio, that leads me into number 8. Number 8 is, if you're gonna go through a whole phase, wait until you've matured and mastered being self-aware, so that you can be a happy and conscious hoe. So we do not discriminate against whorism, whoremongering. What we want you to do is be a matured, evolved, conscientious hoe. That means this is a hoe who takes care of themselves on their hoe escapades. This is a hoe who does also not sleep with anybody's man, anybody's woman. A hoe who has a moral compass. This is a hoe who knows the difference between wanting to be sexually gratified and when they're really needing time with Jesus. So they're not sucking every dick expecting to catch the Holy Ghost like some of you are. So one conscious hoeing, because there's a proper way to be single and to be sexually active and to be a bachelor or a bachelorette. But the reason why hoes get such a bad rep is because most of them are unconscious. They're not spiritual. They have no moral compass, and they usually just fuck their lives up even more by being out of fucking control, and not knowing who they are. So if you want to go through a hoe phase, because I've been in serious relationships since I have been 16 years old. All of my relationships have been in the 3-year mark, so I'm used to being in long-term relationships. And the last relationship was the longest relationship I've been in my entire life. I'm now 33. This is the first time that I want to ride the roller coaster, and I'm gonna save that for another video. And
you gonna feel them butterflies in your stomach, bitch? Go ahead.
I'm just interested in having companionship. I'm interested in being young. I'm interested in kind of being a young man and sowing my wild oats and just giving myself the freedom to just be and to kind of indulge. And I'm actually happy that I'm going through this at 33 rather than going through it at 16, because I was a unconscious empath. I didn't know who the fuck I was. I would have been out here fucking unprotected. I would have been fucking for all the wrong reasons. I would have been doing everything that you don't need to be doing at a age where you still need to be grounding yourself. So at this point in my life, with me having such a great foundation as a human being, I'm ready for this phase. And I'm not going to hold back, and I'm not going to discriminate against myself. I'm going to enjoy my freedoms and my liberties, and I'm going to use my wisdom to act as a guidepost for how to just journey on through to the next chapter of my life. But this is my next chapter. But be a conscious hoe for 2019. Okay, clean that shit up. You're number 8.
Okay, lick me dry. Hear your lips smacking. I'm just playing. Okay. Oh, my shit be sounding so boring compared to your freak hoe shit. Damn.
I told you I had a mix up on my list.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just on this spiritual shit, but 2019 gonna be a whole different story on these hoes. Anyway, trust in it. Oh shit. My number 8 is trusting in love no matter what, because love is all that there is, and that God is love. Let me explain something to you. Whoo. I never really hate anybody. I've never really hated anybody, but it was one motherfucker in particular. I was like, bitch, you probably gonna be the one. You probably gonna be the one. It was like, no. But then I had to learn something very interesting. In the midst of everything, just love them anyway. Because I realized that love is going to do one or two things. Love is either going to transform that person, which a lot of times is not the fucking case because they stupid. Or the second one is that love is just simply going to shift their ass out the way and shift you where you need to go. And that's a very hard thing to do. And I think that also comes...
Hold on, wait a minute. But who taught you that? Who gave you that truth? Just give me my credit, bitch.
Didn't this bitch just say at the beginning of this video, oh, you gotta give me no credit because you know all credit go to God. Now the bitch want to get credit. See how pride is? See how pride is? See?
Who gave you that truth?
You did, sir, ma'am. You did. You did.
I'm satisfied. Thank you.
Yeah, that's basically... Shut the fuck up, though. Yeah, but yeah, that's basically it. Like it's amazing to be able, like you said, you can love somebody, you ain't gotta like them. But, just choose love, because love is all that there is. Love is God. God is love. Just choose that, because you'll never lose. The righteous and never forsaken. Always choose love. Punch a bitch in the face and love them. There you go.
We're going to try to abstain from domestic violence.
Well, not 2019. Mm-mm.
We do get it. Okay. You done with your number 8?
Yes, I'm done. Yes.
Okay. Number 9. don't take life so serious that it burdens you. You're here to be lighthearted and to have fun too.
That was me. Go ahead.
Yeah, we got way too many goals. We're way too overly ambitious, and we're just not simply enjoying the ride a lot of times. It's okay to want things. It's okay to want to accomplish things. And it's okay to pay close attention. But life was given to us for the sake of adventure, for the sake of creativity, for the sake of feeding into man's own curiosity. And we have gotten less curious and more demanding about life. So kind of getting back into that childlike spiritedness, you know, you got to remind yourself to do that. Even if that's just kind of like watching cartoons sometime. Even if it's just being a grown-ass 40-year-old person and going into the front yard and cartwheeling. Like, you need to be in touch with the innocent, pure aspect of yourself, and that's really important because life is going to have events that are ordained to whip off in your ego's ass. So you're going to have more than enough time and more than enough experiences to take serious. So just lay off of just making things so fucking serious. Laugh at yourself, laugh at other people. Just fucking laugh. Like, laughing will keep you healthy. Laughing will keep you whole. Laughter will keep you here for a very long time. So just remember to enjoy it. Fucking enjoy it.
Yes.
You're number 9.
Coincides with what you just said. It's time to evolve and to change. For me, I've been the same Brandon for 27 years. I've been reserved. I've been calm, cool, collected. I've been the boy next door. I've been the hopeless romantic who turned into a hopeful romantic. I've been all these different things. And it's like, it's time for me to change. And I have such a desire now to change. And now that I know who I am and whose I am, I have the power to do that. So it's like, I want to do things I've never done before. Like, I'm 27 years old and I recently just got my ears pierced. It was just like, why not fucking do it? You know what I mean? Like,
congrats.
Thank you. I'm gonna get some bigger ones though. But anyway, I want to get tattoos. I just want to change up my style of clothing. I just want to do different things. Like, I just want to be able to experience this new Brandon because I'm done with the familiar. I want to go out into uncharted territory and see what's out there. I've slept on myself for so long. And like I said, it just feels great. It feels like a breath of fresh air to be able to walk on your own 2 legs. And to be able to be free and not to be held in bondage. And it's like, now that I've really done some soul searching and I really got to where I wanted to be, it's like, okay, now the possibilities are endless. They're endless. So I'm just excited. I'm like they say, a new wine skin. So it's like, now that I have new wine within me, it's like it's time to change the wine skin as well. As far as not only just, you know, internally, but externally as well. I'm just ready to stun on motherfuckers, just to be honest. I'm just ready to walk in my power and be like, bitch, I don't need you to affirm me. I don't need you to accept me. Bitch, I'm gonna be me all day, every motherfucking day, and you gonna be mad about it, but that's okay, bitch. I love myself enough to help your ass get here too, bitch. So, yeah.
And you watch me check up on it.
I'm not checking up on nothing. I'm not upgrading no niggas. I'm not doing nothing like that. I'm about to be on my sorry, not sorry bullshit. Okay.
You think that I'm teasing?
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Number 10.
This bitch said 10.
Last but not least. Well, last and least, indeed. Forgive everyone, no matter the betrayal, the crime, and always forgive yourself no matter what. Because regardless of how many times you fall, children are allowed to fall until they master their own equilibrium.
Come on, damn it.
So, judging yourself, it doesn't matter how much you get behind at times. It doesn't matter how fucking epically you blow a situation from time to time. All that matters is your will to pick yourself back up and to continue to put your all into being the person You are striving to be the person you believe yourself to be, to acquire the life that you know you absolutely deserve. And as it relates to forgiving other people, when you begin the process of growing as a human being, it really helps to extend compassion toward other people, because what you realize is that a lot of your own ignorance came from a lack of information, a lack of proper parenting, a lack of proper love, a lack of proper representation and demonstration of higher ways, and that most people in your life are also the product of much lack of demonstration and representation of higher learning, higher thinking, higher being, higher existing. So that permits and affords me the ability to indefinitely extend understanding toward other human beings. And the famous words of Jesus Christ when he was up on the cross, they know not what they do, forgive Father. And I think so many times we don't realize how hurt people are hurting other people.
Exactly.
And that hurt people don't want to be hurt themselves, but they know no other way. And that climb toward their higher selves is not being reinforced by no other stimulation other than a faint whisper within their own souls telling them to take a chance. But they live in a society and they live amongst people who practice pathologies that reinforce the continuation of being lost and being asleep and being unconscious. So that little faint voice from deep within that's telling them to do better, to take the risk, to just apply themselves one more time, is constantly being bombarded by negative contradictory stimulation. And I finally fully accept that and understand that. So am I angry at those who have hurt me? Of course I'm angry when I have to be on a receiving end of somebody else's dysfunctional, out of whack, out of touch bullshit.
Right.
However, I understand how we all get this way, and I can only pray that God continues to stay with them and God continues to stay with me in my evolution of being healthy and being whole from within. So forgive all people and constantly forgive yourself.
Yes. And of course, like you said, last but definitely not the least, to love yourself first always. That was the lesson that took me 27 years to finally not just learn, but to be convicted in. Because we've been told that for so long, and I've been told that for so long. Oh, just love yourself, don't look for love, let love find you. Just all these things. And I used to get so irritated. But it's so funny because the truth was being said to me all this time. I was the one that chose not to accept it. I was the one that wanted to try to find an alternate route. I was the one that was trying to find a quick fix to being happy. And it gets to a point to where it's like, now, we're going to get to you to the extreme. Now, either you're going to get this shit or something will happen to your mind. We don't know. But I'm so grateful that I got it. And even though I got it at 27, it's better to have it now than later on. Like they say, it's better late than never. So, knowing your worth, not settling for less, accepting that you do deserve the best, kind of like what you were saying, that inner spirit, that small but faint voice, your higher being that's saying to you, just do it. You're worth it. You deserve better than this. You deserve this. You deserve that. We are the ones that contradict ourselves. And it brings me back to this video that I had watched on YouTube, where there was this man and this woman was kind of acting like an angelic being. And the man, of course, was acting like us humans. And he was asking her all these questions. And there was a question that he had asked her. He said, well, can you once again teach me again, the laws of God, the laws of Christ? And she said, I already taught you. I've sent many teachers to teach you this stuff, but y'all killed the holiest among y'all. And he said, why do we do that? And she just simply said, because we're afraid. We're afraid that we can't have what we want and desire in our lives. And that if something so sweet and so great and wonderful as being able to be happy in life, the opportunity is presented to you, in your mind, you're so scared of it. You're like, this has to be the devil. No, there's something wrong with this. There's no way this can be good. And all God wants you to do is just say, yes, it is. Just accept that it is. And I'm even going to make it easier for you, but we make it harder. Just give me the faith the size of a mustard seed. That's all. We fuck it up. We are over exaggerative. We are the ones that are dramatic. We are the ones that do it. And it's so easy to love someone else, because when you love someone else, you try to make your happiness their responsibility. So then what happens is that when they fail, and they will fail because they're human, you feel some type of way about it. No, this spiritual life and loving yourself is basically just saying, I take accountability for my happiness. No one has the power but me. But like you said, we live in a society that doesn't teach us that. It teaches us to have a unhealthy codependency on other people. Oh, you do this for me, and they'll make me happy, and then we'll be good. Oh, just do what I say. It don't work that way. Life is going to always throw things at you, and life has promised that you will have troubles. But it's like when you look at it in a realm of loving yourself, you'll never, like Beyonce said, I know that I will never disappoint myself. Because you finally realize what she say, me, myself, and I, that's all I got. And in the end, that's what I found out. That's what I'm finding out right now. So at the end of the day, I'm talking to goddamn much bitch love your motherfucking self, and everything else will be okay.
Give us that good old TD Jakes outro for 2018, brother, man. You still got church up in you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I have to co-sign self-love. Like, everything is centered back to self-love.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you look at the 10 Commandments, love thy God with all your heart, might, and soul.
Mm-hmm.
And then love thy neighbor as you love yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at all the rest of the 10 Commandments. Don't covet thy neighbor's wife. Don't steal. Don't murder. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And what you really find is that even when you look into the Old Testament, you see Jesus saying that above all other laws, the greatest and most significant, the most prolific of them all, the most necessary of them all, is the commandment of love.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a very clever thing for Jesus to say, because you think he's reducing the law to one single thing by saying, hey, just love. If you really think about it, when you truly bring yourself into alignment with love and you set your antenna upon that frequency, you can't even break any of the other laws, because when you love your neighbor, you have no desire to covet his wife. When you love your fellow man, you have no desire to be deceptive or to be manipulative or to take what is not yours from your brother or your sister. When you love your fellow man, you have no desire to bring yourself to such egoic expression that that rage becomes wrath, and that wrath leads to murder. So love literally is the one single central remedy in the fucking universe that would literally balance the world completely back out if we could just use that same love to take our broken selves to the cross, so that the best of ourselves is left behind. When Jesus rose out of that goddamn tomb, he left the worst of him on that fucking cross and rose with the best of who he is. Every experience in our life is essentially a ego death, especially those that are negative. And all of that pain is trying to get you to shed the part of you that don't know who the fuck you are, because you think you are the thing that's happening to you. You think you are the pain that you feel. You think you are the unworthiness that people is demonstrating to you. You think you are the rejection that you have experienced all of your fucking life. And these are the lies, these are the fairy tales and the fables of the enemy, of the prince of this fucking world, convincing you that you are nothing, so that you never rise to the occasion of being a fucking God. Now, if Christ said...
Preacher.
If... You know what? Another video. That wraps up 2018.
Wow.
One more question.
Pass the collection plate.
One more question.
What's up?
Favorite artist of 2018?
Are we doing secret shit now that I don't know about? Oh, Lord. This is on the spot shit.
I told you I was going to improvise a little bit.
There is one artist to me, bitch, y'all may not know her, but I love her. To me, who I discovered and has just been a vocal beast to me. See, I love singers that are melodic singers that can just take a song and just completely make it their own. And it's a woman by the name of Anisha Burchett. And she's part of the Burchett sisters. She's here from Detroit. And she wrote for her, Beyonce. She wrote for a lot of people. And and the place that I'm going to get vocal lessons next year, she actually, I think she works there. So if I see her, I'm probably gonna freak the fuck out, like, oh my God, I love you. So, but to me, she is just an amazing individual. And if I could just have just a little bit, which I'm naming and claiming it, but if I could just have a little bit of the shit that she fucking has,
you'll be on it.
I might be wearing your damn wig on stage.
You already got it, my nigga. Like I keep telling you, I don't.
No, this is no. Here's the thing, though.
Why you think you have to lose?
No, because I want to drop it on that. I want to drop it in 2000. Listen, for those of you who care to follow me on my shit, I've written songs and recorded songs, and my girl Kiki here can attest to this. I've really been sleeping. Like I said, I've been sleeping on myself. So it's like now I'm starting to realize things. I understand complex harmonies now. I can kind of execute them a little bit. I'm still working with it. And like I said, I want to take vocal lessons and see and learn the potential of my voice. So if a bitch is kind of low key slaying a little bit, and when a bitch finally get that shit that they need, oh, trust me, I'm gonna be dropping shit. I really am. I really fucking am. Trust me. I will be on this bitch singing. As soon as we start this shit, I'm be like, hey. So I got to come up with a trick question too.
No, I mean if you got one, but I just threw that out there. Favorite artist of 2018. So I don't have a favorite artist, but kind of. Let me type her in. I want to make sure I get her name right. Hello from the others.
Don't dive in like a gay Jesus.
Shut the fuck up. Is it Hell's? How do you pronounce Halsey? Halsey?
I guess.
Halsey?
I guess.
Halsey? I hate why white people name themselves this shit. But I'm gonna type her information into the comment section. She is like a blend of pop and like trip hop, or like pop and hip hop. It's like this really interesting R&B vibe, and her music is like really emotional. It's well written, and it's a vibe. Like it's a motherfucking vibe. She came out with a song called Castle that just gets me totally in my fucking ego. Like I live for it. And she also has a song that came out this year called Without Me, and that was just my shit. Like that was just my shit. Like that song alone explains the last 2 months of my fucking life. So when y'all get off of this live, go to YouTube and type in Halsey Without Me, and I'm sure that everybody can relate lyrically to this particular song.
I just want to say something real quick. Hold on. I was saying real quick. Well, two things. One, I don't know if you noticed or not, but we some two weird ass niggas. Secondly, someone mentioned Zoe. Thank you. Because Zoe is also, it's an amazing, I think they're a group, I believe. And they're actually, once again, from Detroit. Zoe is amazing. Yeah. So y'all check out some of the music from Zoe. It's Z-O, and then there's an exclamation mark there. So that is, they make some real good music. I had a lot of their shit on my phone, so, of them. So
I never heard of Zoe, so y'all gonna have to turn me on to
It's pretty good. I like it. I really do.
Let me see if there's anything else. Nope, that's it. Are you satisfied?
Yeah, I'm good. I am great.
2018 life recap.
Yes.
Did you guys enjoy this fucking recap?
I apologize with my high ass. Actually, no, I don't.
I like when you high. You really get in your feelings. You speak from your heart.
I do.
And guess what? This is how I know that you're really high. Because you didn't stutter one time.
Oh, I stuttered. I stuttered on some words, yeah. I was like, oh, I hope nobody catch that shit. They were like, oh, this nigga high. So
is Zoe a girl or
no?
Not?
It's kind of like a band, but it's
a band. Okay.
Yeah, it's a guy who leads it, I believe. I actually fucking think that my cousin is actually in that group. I got to check and see his name.
You got a cousin who is in the group called Zoe?
I believe so. His name is Jahi. That's his name. And also my uncle, my mother's sister, they're a family of all the musicians. Like my cousin Ariel, does plays, traveling and stuff, singing. My auntie Kim used to do singing for a lot of people. I think she sung behind Anita Baker in one of her old songs or whatever. And my uncle Kevin, he's a pianist, so he plays for a lot of groups. He played behind Aretha Franklin. He played behind what's that old school ass group? The Stylistics. He played behind a lot of people. He know a lot of damn people.
Stylistics.
Yes.
Come on,
how you know about that? You know about them?
I don't know shit about that.
That's of course.
I don't know nothing about it. I can't get into
a bitch that got a diamond on their shirt don't know shit about no damn music.
I know I'm a new school kind of bitch. Like I can't get into that old school shit. That old shit.
That's see, back in the day, motherfuckers would talk to your ass when they sing to you. They'll tell you the shit. Damn.
Give me Beyonce, give me Cardi B.
This bitch been on the City Girls from the 305 ghetto boot. This bitch the whole time.
But you know who I am fucking with? Like who I fuck with from the whole neo soul genre, like Macy Gray, Maxwell. Like I need another Maxwell. Like
Macy Gray, you like that dry voice having ass bitch?
You think Maxwell got a dry voice?
I said Macy Gray.
Macy Gray, what?
I like the way and I stomp out.
Don't do Macy.
Every time I hear that bitch sing, I gotta clear my throat. I'm like, do you got a lozenge or something around here?
Excellent. Yes. She don't get to have a textured voice. She don't get to have a kinky straight voice.
Her texture, her voice is like if she was singing to me, like she would scratch my face with her voice. Her voice just sounds very violent.
Because it sounds like it's like a mechanical sound, like it sounds like a tool, like
a tool of destruction.
You know, but
that bitch got AI in her voice.
Even when Lauryn Hill did like her whole Unplugged era, she was talking about how like she used to feel like she had to sing in this perfect way, and it was actually beautiful when she actually let her guard down and she would just sing from that raspiness, because that's when I feel shit. Like I wanna hear the struggle, bitch. Or
wait. You want to hear about it? No. You want to hear a struggle?
I want to hear the pain from right up deep in the depth of the collarbone. Like I want to hear all that shit. I want to just bring it up. Like I want to hear you struggling.
No, listen. You want to talk about somebody who would get you in your motherfucking feelings? There is a white girl. Her name is Yebba. Yebba. It's a song she called My Mind. When I tell you, this white girl sings with such soul, I be spilling Lowry season salt when the bitch be singing. I be like, this smell like some nigga shit. This white girl is killing it. Is she sucking dick or something? What is she doing? But anyway, she be killing it. Now that's a bitch that can sing. Yeah, but
you know, it's a lot of like, thanks to social media, we are now able to see that soul is not exclusive to black people. I be looking at some Asians on YouTube. Them motherfuckers be blowing Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey style.
That one Chinese girl
blowing that shit out of the park.
Miss Hung Gong 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 Gong.
Yes, but let's get the fuck off here because my phone is about to fucking
as
die.
Always.
I have other content to create. But I want to thank you so much for just being a awesome friend and partner to me this year. You have been so significant to my life. Like, you guys, when I decided that I was going to leave my husband, like, I called this man. I was absolutely devastated. And I just bared witness to my soul. I bared my soul to him. And the way that this dude interceded on my behalf with prayer, with compassion, with encouragement, and he just literally became one with me in one of the most horrifying and painful times that I had yet to experience in the entirety of my life. And that is a moment of intervention and love that I would never, ever, ever, ever forget. Even if this nigga sucks on the asshole of my future boo, that I don't think I could ever bring myself to punch him in his fucking face, because he was there for me at a time that will it goes down in my personal history book. So an amazing person. I just want to shout you out and just tell you that I love you and I really appreciate you. And just thank you for being not only an awesome friend to me and a great supporter, but just thank you for being such a positive, love-centered, black, same-gender loving man. Like, this is a man who don't lie. He don't manipulate. He don't fucking cheat. He don't.
I'm too scared of that shit.
This is one of the most stand-up, unbelievable human beings I've ever met in my life. When I'm talking about just, it is so obvious that he has been raised all the way fucking right. Just all the way right. So I love you, brother, and just thank you for being with me for 2018. And I just hope that God just releases all of your wildest of dreams for 2019.
Yes.
You deserve every single fucking vibe.
Thank you.
Every good manifestation.
Thank you. I just want to say this for your phone died, bitch, because we talking about accolades and stuff. I ain't gonna talk that long because I know. But y'all talking about me. Let me explain something to you. The way that God is in this man right here is so ridiculous. And I know that God is in him because, I mean, look at you. If you look at his aesthetic, some people look at him and be like, that nigga don't know God. Shit. He will cuss your ass out and then pray for you right afterwards. That is a real person. This person has guided me. I have made him upset. I have made him angry. I know that I have stressed him out. I know he's probably like, fuck this bitch. This bitch got to figure it out on his own. All this stuff. But when I tell you this man has the patience of, I can't even find the words. Like, you are incredibly patient with me and you get down to the root of things. And I'm so grateful to be connected to you. And it just shows me that I'm on the right path to where I want to go. Because I'm telling you, I look up to this man right here. This is who I want to be spiritually. And I feel like I'm going in that direction. I'm just excited. And I'm going to tell y'all, for 2019, I know some shit that y'all don't know.
Oh, yeah.
This bitch right here, this nigga right here, is about to fuck y'all egos all the way up. But baby, 2019 about to be a year of healing. It's about to go the fuck down. It's about to be controversial. It's about to be raw. It's about to be gritty. It's about to be guttural. But guess what? It's about to be the motherfucking truth. So y'all just stay tuned.
Yeah, we get it in for 2019, you guys. And I just can't wait
till...
Yes, I just can't wait till everything that pops off 2019 pops off. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for showing up tonight. You guys can follow me at Conscious TV, and that's Conscious with the Z, on YouTube. And you guys can follow Bubz Love at OnTheOcean007 on YouTube as well. Mm-hmm. And he's tagged in this video as well, so you guys can go and add him on Facebook and just hit him up. He's coming out with a line of waist trainers for emotional tops for 2019. So make sure, you get your waist training in. This bitch got the fucking waist of a damn 13-year-old boy right now. So he can get you all the way right. I think so.
I am fucking screaming.
Already. Yes, Lucky, we are ready. We are ready. So I will call you later, Bubz. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you to the viewers. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will chat real soon.
See ya.
Bye. Okay, so I have an issue.
We still live.
I know, that's the fucking issue.
Oh, shit.
So my phone is actually fucking frozen. Like, it's dead ass frozen.
What percentage is your phone on?
It's on less than 10%, and it's like literally stuck.
Oh,
so Lord. I have a question.
Oh, Jesus. The Lord don't want us to stop. Go ahead. You say what?
If I just like click the power button, will it cancel the live or?
I don't know.
Will the live still save?
I don't know. You might want to Google that.
I don't have time.
Ain't your laptop right there?
I almost want to just take a risk and just. Okay, let me Google it. No.
This bitch trying to get y'all titties before the end of 2018.
My subscribers love when I shimmy. Like, they love when I'm giving them, big titty Queen Supreme Court teas. So,
I'm surprised. I'm so happy you got the title right. For the longest time, this nigga been saying the Supreme Queen's Court.
I know what I
It is
saying.
The Queen Supreme Court. God damn.
It sounds better when Supreme comes before the Queen.
Bitch talking about a whole entire different self.
Supreme Court, it sounds jumbled that way. Shut up. Just let me be great, my nigga. Let me be great.
I'm screaming. Like they're gonna think I'm really high.
You